Starlink, satellites with direct-to-cell capabilities launched by SpaceX. Recently, the world's leading private company in space technology, SpaceX, has launched the Starlink network in low Earth orbit aimed at providing low-cost and reliable space-based internet services, that is, direct-to-cell capabilities to the world. Types of orbits: geostationary orbit (GEO). Satellites in geostationary orbit circle Earth above the equator from west to east following the Earth's rotation, taking 23 hours 56 minutes and 4 seconds by traveling at exactly the same rate as the Earth. This makes satellites in GEO appear to be stationary over a fixed position. In order to perfectly match the Earth's rotation, the speed of GEO satellites should be about 3 kilometers per second at an altitude of 35,786 kilometers. LEO. A low Earth orbit is an orbit relatively close to the Earth's surface at an altitude between 160 kilometers to 1000 kilometers above the Earth's surface. MEO. Medium Earth orbit comprises a wide range of orbits anywhere between LEO and GEO. Difference between geosynchronous and geostationary satellites. While geosynchronous satellites can have any inclination, the key difference from geostationary orbit is the fact that they lie on the same plane as the equator. Geostationary orbits fall in the same category as geosynchronous orbits, but it's parked over the equator. Direct-to-cell refers to a technology that enables communication signals, such as text messages, voice, and data, to be transmitted directly from space-based satellites to mobile devices, cell phones, without the need for traditional ground-based infrastructure. Currently, fiber optic cables or wireless networks through mobile towers provide internet services. It can be noted that the idea of a space internet system is not new. It is being used through geostationary satellite for selective users. What is Starlink? Starlink is the world's first and largest satellite constellation using a low Earth orbit to deliver broadband internet capable of supporting streaming, online gaming, video calls, and more. Starlink delivers high-speed, low-latency internet to users all over the world. Most satellite internet services come from single geostationary satellites that orbit the planet at 35,786 kilometers. As a result, the round-trip data time between the user and the satellite, also known as the latency, is high, making it nearly impossible to support streaming, online gaming, video calls, or other high data rate activities. Starlink is a constellation of thousands of satellites that orbit the planet much closer to Earth at about 550 kilometers and covers the entire globe. Therefore, latency for Starlink satellites is significantly lower. Till February 2024, total number of Starlink satellites launched is 5,828 and the total number of satellites in orbit is 5,438. A Starlink satellite has a lifespan of approximately 5 years, and SpaceX eventually hopes to have as many as 42,000 satellites in the so-called mega constellation. Japan's KDDI, Australia's Optus, New Zealand's 1NZ, Canada's Rogers will collaborate with SpaceX to launch direct-to-cell technology. Advantages. In the context of SpaceX's Starlink project, direct-to-cell capabilities allow the delivery of wireless services, including network access and communication services, to mobile users in specific geographical areas using satellite connectivity. By addressing the challenges of higher latency, this satellite constellation can effectively change the reality of satellite communication. This technology is particularly useful in remote or underserved regions where establishing traditional terrestrial networks may be challenging or economically unfeasible. The size and scale of the Starlink project concerns astronomers who fear that bright, orbiting objects will interfere with observations of the universe, as well as spaceflight safety experts who now see Starlink as the number one source of collision hazard in Earth's orbit. Visible to the naked eye, these satellites can appear as a string of pearls or a train of bright lights moving across the night sky. However, this show is not welcomed by all and can significantly hinder both optical and radio astronomical observations.